I have 3 more examples for multi-step inequalities. My first one has 3 fractions in it. Looking at the denominators, I have a 5 and a 2. My least common denominator then is 10. So I'll circle each term, multiply each term times 10. 4/5 times 10 over 1. Cross reduce, I end up getting 8. So I have 8x plus half of 10 is 5 is greater than, go ahead and multiply 3/5 times 10. Cross reduce, and we end up with 6. I'm going to solve for x by putting a negative 5 on both sides. I get 8x is greater than 1. Divide by a positive 8, no need to flip the sign. X is greater than 1/8. 1/8 is between 0 and 1, so I'll place 1/8 right here. I have an open dot on 1/8, and I'm going to shade to the right because it's greater than 1/8. Next example, I've got some simplifying to do. I have on the left-hand side -2 and a positive 4, which will create a positive 2n. On the right-hand side, I have 7 minus 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. I'm going to continue simplifying on the right-hand side. 7 minus 4 is 3. First step to solve for n is to get rid of that -4 by adding 4 to both sides. That gives me 2n is greater than 7. I'm now going to divide by a positive 2 on both sides. Dividing by a positive on both sides means I do not flip the sign. This does give me 3 and 1/2. 7/2 is 3 and 1/2. So I'll place 3 on my number line, 4 on my number line, and 7/2, which is 3 and 1/2. Open dot, not included, and I'll shade to the right. Last example, I would strongly urge you to go ahead and pause this, see if you can come up with the correct answer. At this point, you should have finished it, and you've now resumed. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. You do want to create that improper fraction so that it's much easier to do the multiplication when you go and multiply by the least common denominator of 3. Multiplying everything times 3 gives me a -3f plus, the 3's cancel, I get 10, is greater than or equal to 15. I'm going to move my 10 over by subtracting 10 or putting a -10 on both sides, creating 0. I have -3f is greater than or equal to 5. This time I am dividing by a negative on both sides, so I will flip the sign, and it does give me a -5/3. -5/3 is -1 and 2/3, so that would be between -1 and -2. I'll put -5/3 right here. I'm going to use a colored in dot, meaning that it is included in my solution set, and I will shade to the left. Congratulations, you've now just finished another exciting video.